Hi, I'm Celeste with the Evermind Tribe. First, I wanted to say thank you guys for watching. Those of you who are enjoying this, talking about it, sharing, we really appreciate it. We love hearing the comments from people both in person, online, over the phone. It's fun. We're just having a good time and it's been fun to see what happens. There's some important topics we have coming up, some really cool people we have that we're going to start interviewing. And we're just experimenting and seeing, okay, this is what works, this is what doesn't work, what the hell. Part of our goal with this, aside from having fun, is to work with or help intrinsic learners who are already learning and doing their own thing. We just want to be a part of that in some way for them. And those who are not intrinsically motivated to learn, which I feel are a lot of people. I notice a lot of people kind of just going with the crowd on a lot of things, and these videos that we do are so important to us because I think it's huge to question what you're doing in your life. Know and have a conscious awareness of what's happening, why you're choosing what you're doing, rather than are you just choosing something because it's cool or it looks cool or, you know, it's the thing that you're supposed to be doing. What's the reason? Question it. So we're hoping to help a lot of those people. If it does, awesome. If not, we're having a good time anyway, so I guess it works out. Today's video is actually on meal prepping. We wanted to do a video on meal prepping because in this day and age, things are so filtered. I don't even know that we do it consciously, but with technology and social media, lives are filtered. I look at people and go, God, they have a fucking amazing life. Like, where did I go wrong? Where did I go wrong? And I have to be reminded sometimes that that is not necessarily their true life. It might totally be, but I'm gonna say probably 8 or 9 times out of 10, they're living a normal life too. So we wanted you guys to see the normal, mundane, routine things that we have to do that are actually way more regular than all the really cool things that you might see. Travis is an example, right? His life, if you don't know him in person, his competition life is like 10% of his life. So the other 90% he's spending preparing for the 10%. Really. So that's 90% of the time he's making meals, eating food, working out, going to sleep, and recovering. 90% of the time. It's pretty much the same thing. I can attest to this, and it drives me freaking insane sometimes. That is another topic that we will cover another day. Until then, this is a real deal. This is a Sunday afternoon. My hair is doing whatever the hell it wants to do. I have absolutely no makeup on whatsoever and really didn't care to put any on. And that is just where I was. And I was really okay with that because I also wanted you guys to see, hey, this is what happens on a Sunday regularly. So I hope you guys enjoy. Travis and I had a good time making it. Please take what you want from it and leave the rest. And share and remember to subscribe. Thanks so much and have a great day. Enjoy. So,
why don't you ask me some of the questions you were thinking of asking? I'm just making sure they don't fall out. You don't want the world to see. You can't just go flashing everybody.
Alright, what are you making for your food? Let's start. What are you making for your food?
I got 10 pounds of ground meat.
That's it? Anything else?
Oh yeah. Yeah, I got some other stuff.
Oh my God! This is my life.
Alright, so now, today, here's what we got. We got 10 pounds of ground meat, beef and bison. We're going to drain it off. We're going to make our own kind of grass-fed meat. Poor man's grass-fed.
Okay.
We drain off the beef fat, and then we're going to add olive oil and avocado oil.
So, how much food do you have to eat in a week? or daily, whichever one comes to you first.
My given diet on a daily basis. I got like 5 or 6 meals, around 10 ounces of meat or 8 eggs, and then a sweet potato or 2 cups of rice, and either a fruit or a vegetable with every meal. It's pretty simple.
Which comes out to about how many calories a day right now?
You know, I haven't actually totaled these up. Probably around 6,000 or 7,000.
Okay.
Depending on how fat I make the meat.
Because your goal right now is to do what?
Well, I'm trying to gain weight. I'm trying to get as big as I possibly can. I know meal prepping for most people is probably about weight control and losing weight, staying lean, staying fit. That's probably, 75% of the fitness population. But as a strong man, we get to eat, and actually we have to eat a lot. And that's where I'm at. I'm trying to gain weight, I'm trying to eat a ton. If I'm not eating, I'm training. If I'm not training, I should be eating.
It's definitely interesting living with him. I don't always like it. Because we don't just get to up and leave like normal people.
What?
We don't.
You don't always like it, huh?
No.
I see. I see how it is.
Whatever.
Alright, so yeah. It's kind of like having a giant 2-year-old.
True. Well, she's got me, so Shalace Shoemaker is having me do, goal is 112 grams of carbs, 165 grams of protein. Fuck. That's more than I have been doing for a while. And 40 grams of fat. Which is about 12 grams less than I've been doing, and I really enjoy fat, so it's gonna be a rough week for you, babe.
Thanks, Shalace.
So I do have to say thanks, Shalace, for me, for saying, hey, if you get it all done for the week in one day, it's so much easier. She's fucking right. She's so right. Huh, babe?
I feel so used.
Just don't have the energy to cook after I get off of work, which happens a lot. I don't have to worry about it. It's already done. Just grab and go. And I'm really enjoying that. I thought I was not gonna like this whole domestic shit very much, but I'm kind of liking it. It allows for a lot more freedom. And then I have time to do things in the morning, like meditate, go work out, visualize. So that's the next part. I gotta figure out what I want my new routine to be a bit, because meditation and visualization are really important things to me. So I want to do that in a way that sets up anchors for me, that when I think about them or when I do them, it sets me right for whatever thing I'm getting ready to go into. So like before I go into work or meeting or deadline I have to meet, I can do these things and get energized and get creative and productive, and it sets me right. So that's my goal.
My purpose now in this life is to become the greatest version of me possible, so that I can show all those people out there who've lost faith in themselves and what they're doing and where they're at in life. I can help pick them up, or help them pick themselves up and lead them into something better. Lead them into something that they may have never seen themselves capable of. The beginning of my pinnacle is reaching the top of my sport, getting back to or becoming better than I ever was in competition. For me, it's strongman. So when I win World's Strongest Man, or when I win the Arnold, that's when I know that I'm at the best that I can be. Okay, so you heard her reasons for wanting to meal prep. She wants to do it so she can be productive. I do it because I don't want to have to think about all the meals that I eat. I don't want to have to cook all the time. I want to spend one day in the kitchen, get it all done, and then not have to spend any more time in the kitchen unless it's absolutely necessary. If you want to be a badass athlete, this is definitely something that you're going to have to do. Especially if you want to be a strength athlete. You got to get big, strong. You got to be able to carry more or less body fat depending on what kind of competition you're going into, what kind of level of an athlete you are. You need to be able to manipulate these things, and so prepping is the best way to do that. You can control your calories, you can monitor what's going in, and then you know, as far as what proteins, carbs, fats, whatever you're taking in every day, if you're getting stronger, you know you're doing it right. If you're not, you know what area you may need to increase or decrease or whatever. It's just like, it's like a science experiment. You got measurable variables. You got to set it up so that you can account for what each one is doing.
I'm still new, especially compared to him, with the meal prepping stuff. And I think I probably had, I had my own prejudices, I guess, maybe, against people who did meal prepping, athletes and probably bodybuilders and people who are all fit and shit, because I didn't ever feel like I was one of those people. So I think it was intimidating to me too, to do any meal prepping. I didn't understand what I needed to do or how to do it, and it just seemed like a lot. And to make a lot of food, I need, what, like a full week for me. If I were to prep every single meal, which I don't prep every single one. Breakfast I make every morning. But if I were to, I would need 35 of these containers filled up today and ready to go. And that's a lot of cooking. It just is. But it's nice that it's all done. And I am understanding now that it helps, it really does help with the rest of my life. Like the amount of time we spend on food when we don't prep. It's not a waste of time, but it can be. The amount of time that I need to spend at work and focus on work is a lot. And I don't have a ton of time to sit and think about, what do I need to eat? What am I going to do for this? I don't know what to do for lunch. There's a lot of brain activity that goes into trying to figure that stuff out. So it's been really, really helpful that my food is just there. I can open it up and eat it. I can take a break if I need to, but it's all done. I don't have to think. Fuck, that's amazing. Damn it, I'm not putting the right amount in here. Shit.
Oh, Jesus Christ.
I
gotta peel old thick skin here. Poor bastard. Look at this fucking thing. That's so gross. Focus is everything. If you're going to do it with intention. This is the boring shit. This is the boring shit that nobody wants to show you in all their training videos. They want to show you all their big lifts, they want to show you all their greatness and their wonderful life and their big showy blah blah blah. But this is all the stuff that makes that possible. Let's do a My Drunken Meal Prep. Watch your fingers. Woo! Alright, alright. Oh, look at this bunny.
Good spices, definitely key, in my opinion, unless you're him who eats chicken shakes, which are nasty as fuck and doesn't need any flavoring.
Ah, shit! I hope you were done. How's it going? Hey, this one looks like dick skin. Look at that thing. You picked them.
Love you.
Best.